She was down to her last $5, clutched so tight in her palm it was soaked with sweat. The pharmacy's fluorescent lights hummed above her, too bright, too cold. And in her arms, her baby boy burned with fever, his tiny body twitching again like it had an hour ago. She stepped up to the counter, voice low, steady, but the cashier barely looked at her when he said, "That won't cover it." She didn't cry. Not yet. She just stood there rocking Elijah gently, feeling the heat radiating off his cheeks, whispering, "Just a little longer, baby." Then came the voice, deep calm from behind her. "Come with me." She turned, and the air left her lungs. It was him, Dr. Julian Hayes, the man she once loved, the man she left without a word 7 years ago. He stood tall in a gray wool coat, salt and pepper hair, sharp as ever eyes, the same pale green that used to make her knees weak. But now those eyes looked at her with something harder, something sadder. She squared her shoulders. "I don't need your help." A woman behind her scoffed. "Girl, that baby looks half dead. Just take the man's offer." Another man snorted, "Pride's expensive when you're broke." Maya didn't move, didn't flinch, until Elijah let out a small, raspy cry, barely a sound. That was it. Julian turned to the stunned cashier. "Full prescription. Amoxicillin. Liquid. Now." No one argued. Outside, snow had started to fall again, slow and quiet. He opened the SUV door for her. "Let me take you to my clinic. It's close." "You own a clinic now," she muttered, stepping in. "A few," he said. She didn't speak the rest of the ride. Neither did he. 15 minutes later, they walked into a warm, modern brick building. Hayes Family Medical was printed in soft gold letters above the door. A nurse was waiting, no questions asked. They treated Elijah quickly. His fever dropped. His breathing eased. Maya stood in the corner afterward, arms crossed, voice low. "I'll pay you back. For everything. Then I'll disappear again. You won't even know I was here." Julian didn't smile. "Is that how you've been living? Debt and disappearing? It's none of your business. The hell it's not." He stepped closer. "You left me. No warning. No goodbye. You didn't even let me fight for you." She looked away. "Your mother made sure of that." He froze. "She came to my apartment," Maya whispered. "Said I'd ruin you. That a girl like me from the South Side would stain the Hayes name." I believed her. He was quiet for a long moment. Then, "You think I care about the Hayes name more than I cared about you?" She shook her head. "It doesn't matter anymore. I'm not that girl. I'm a single mom scraping by. I won't be your charity." Julian didn't answer. He just reached out and gently cupped Elijah's cheek. That's when it happened. The boy stirred, opened his mouth, and croaked, "Bah!" Maya gasped. He's never said that before. Julian's eyes welled. "Maybe it's time someone earned it." The door burst open. Dr. Vivian Hayes. Fur coat, diamond earrings. Cold eyes locked on Maya like a sniper. "You manipulative little rat." Before Julian could speak, she slapped Maya so hard her face whipped sideways. "You think just because my son has a clinic you can crawl back," she sneered. "Still playing the victim. Still using your color like a shield." Julian stepped between them. Voice like thunder. "Touch her again and I swear," Vivian hissed. "Defend her over your own mother and I'll bury you. Board seat gone. Inheritance gone. Your name gone." Maya didn't say a word. She simply picked up Elijah and walked out. The cold hit her like a slap, but it didn't sting as much as the humiliation. She was halfway down the block when Julian caught up. "Maya, wait." She didn't turn. "What would you have me do? Let your mother slap me again in front of your staff? I didn't know she was coming." "But she always does, doesn't she?" "She still owns you." "No," he said. "Not anymore." She didn't believe him. Until her phone buzzed. Eviction notice. She showed him the screen. He didn't flinch. "Stay with me. It'll never be temporary. I'll get used to it. Then I'll hate myself for needing you." He reached out, touching the cheek his mother had slapped. "You're allowed to need people." She didn't answer. But when he opened the car door again, she got in. A week later, she was cooking oatmeal in a warm kitchen. Elijah humming at the table. Julian walked in holding bakery cinnamon rolls, her favorite from college. "I brought peace," he said. She smiled in spite of herself. Then the doorbell rang. A courier handed Julian an envelope official Harris Foundation seal. Vivian had struck again. Emergency board meeting, demanding Julian choose the foundation or Maya. He turned to her. "I choose you." At the hearing, Maya spoke with the fire of a mother who's known hunger hospitals and humiliation. "I don't want his money. I want his respect, and he has mine." Vivian stood cold as steel. Maybe I was the real threat all along, afraid of love. The court ruled in their favor. Restrictions lifted. Maya and Julian walked out hand in hand. But the story didn't end there. Weeks later, the Elijah Center burned to the ground. Arson. A photo of Maya with a red X was left in her mailbox. Julian tightened security. Maya didn't blink. We rebuild. Donations poured in. A nationwide health CEO called, "Let's build 3 Elijah Centers." Maya said yes. Then Julian said something wild. "You should run for city council." She laughed. Then she didn't. The campaign began grassroots, gritty, real. Maya spoke from pain, from truth. She faced smear blogs, fake arrests, even sabotage. But she kept showing up. Election night, she won. Not just a seat, she won Detroit's heart. And when Elijah tugged her coat and asked, "Did you win, Mama?" she kissed his forehead and whispered, "We did. But this isn't a fairy tale. Because power never forgets who threatens it." A month into office, as Maya stood before the council proposing the next Elijah Center expansion, a senator's aide slipped her a note. "They're digging into your past." She didn't flinch. She looked them all in the eye and said into the mic, "You think my scars disqualify me? They're the reason I'm standing here. Now here's the question for you. Watching this. Have you ever seen someone rise when the world told them to disappear? Drop your story below or someone else's. Let's talk about what real power looks like. Because maybe, just maybe, it looks like a poor black mom holding her baby and choosing to fight back.